Let's go. Horse Jedis, you in the basement. What's cracking? Hey, Bruno, I see you're over there. Hold on, let me, music off, bro. The warden might hear, bro. Hey, Bruno, I got Bruno right here. Bruno's in the house. He's, Bruno, you're broadcasting from, your cell, huh? Prison break. I'm on prison break, bro. But before that, go ahead and smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Help the channel out as we get going. First round bus every year we got one. We know that we had a couple last year, right?
Yeah, last year definitely Jefferson, Chase. We had a whole bunch.
So yeah, we had the 1 and 2 bus, right? And here we go, man. So every year, Bruno, we talked about this before. Every year they're 1-on-1, right? And every year that the guy bust, it's like EA Sports. Whoever's on the cover, they get injured, right? Tear that ACL. They freaking get injured. Just doesn't work out for him, right? So this year, I mean, even like McCaffrey, he's the overall number 1, right?
Yeah, but this year I feel like there's more landmines than there's ever been. It's crazy right now.
A lot of that. Hey man, it's like over there in Afghanistan, bro. Walking in the sand. Better watch out, bro. I'll lose a leg. And hey, draft him first, you lose a leg. But yeah. So for me personally, so let's talk CMC, man. CMC is the first overall pick, pretty much on everywhere. Like you look on the ESPN top 300. I'm just gonna go there right now. They got him number 1. If I'm dropping number 1, I'm not taking McCaffrey. I'm not saying he's a bust, but I'm not gonna take him because just from previous years, even when he was the number 1 before, right? He busted last year. Jefferson and Chase in the year prior. Your favorite guy, who was that, Bruno?
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, bro. That's Christian McCaffrey. I'm not saying he's a bust, but if I got the number 1 overall pick, Bruno, I'm not going McCaffrey. I'd feel comfortable drafting McCaffrey around 8 or 9.
Well, look, like we said, it's bad juju. Every time he's a consensus number 1 pick, he busts. Yep. Something goes wrong. But when he's not the number 1 pick is when he finishes number 1. So go figure. This year, he's supposed to go number 1. This year, he's busting.
Yeah, I believe so. Last year, he pretty much stayed healthy. But again, every year, the number 1 has not pulled through. So, yes. So you take Christian McCaffrey's big toe, you divide it by 3, put it with his elbow. And yeah, they're gonna nerd out on you, right? They're gonna give you all the analytics, all that, but analytics doesn't tell you what we've seen the last 4, 5, 6 years. The number 1 never finishes number 1, ever.
Especially not like you mentioned, not since Antonio Brown.
Exactly, and he did that a couple years, bro, and that was in a row. But and that was Ben, and we're neither here nor there, bro, and that's not happening. So, all right, next, Bruno. Who's your pretty much first round bust?
My first round bust, I think. Well, you know what? It's a coin toss, but I think both are going to bust. Jamar Chase and Jonathan Taylor both bust this year.
Okay, let's talk Jonathan Taylor then. So why is that, Bruno? What's your thoughts on that? I know I kind of like Taylor, and then we were talking a little bit. So let me know. Persuade me. I'm about to draft Taylor number 6. Come take the phone from me.
I'm definitely taking the phone from you. You know what it is people try to understand who exactly is Jonathan Taylor, right? And so he had a good rookie year. He followed up with an outstanding second year, and in the last 2 years he's been crap. He's been hurt. He's inconsistent. Even when he plays, his games are hit and miss. He's not like, again, I just don't believe, I don't know, maybe something happened that year 2, maybe took more out of him than we thought. But so since then, going on his 3rd year of not being who we thought he was, and even worse is that now he has Richardson back there who's stealing a ton of his rushes, especially his goal line stuff. You figure Richardson getting drafted, incredibly like the 4th running back, quarterback off the board, right?
Too early, yeah.
And over 60% of his points come from rushing.
Running.
So who's going to suffer?
Yeah, we saw that. We see that with Jalen Hurts every year, and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, all running quarterbacks. The running back is going to suffer, and you're right. So to your point, Anthony Richardson, everyone's high on him this year. They got him, I think, way too high. He hasn't proven anything, bro. And but he is a dynamic runner, right? I mean, but he's not Michael Vick out there. It's not the Michael Vick experience, bro. So yeah, I don't see how he's going so high anyway. But to your point, Bruno, you're right, and I totally agree with you as far as he's going to be vulturing Taylor, man.
But it's back-to-back years that Jonathan Taylor has not been great. So again, so how many first-round picks does your one good season get you? And
And
if you look at it, yeah, he had the 1,169 yards in his rookie season, right? Which is, okay, solid, right? 11 touchdowns. So that's why. So he went, I think, if I remember right, he was going like second, third overall, maybe fourth overall. So that was in the right spot, right? So he blows up the 1,800 yards. Has the 18 touchdowns, the two reception touchdowns, monster year. But after that, he's never the same. Again, if it's contract issues, if it's his old line has regressed, his whole team has regressed for the last 2 years. He's just not. He's definitely not a first round pick. So what makes anybody think that he's going to warrant that?
Yeah, I agree. The same thing that they have Saquon up there in the middle of the first round as well. What has he done? When is he not busted? And so I totally agree with your assessment of Taylor, man. I'm actually just because of Richardson and the things you said too. Until he proves himself, I can't draft him that high where they have him, and I will pass and I would take somebody else. Way before him. I'd take a flyer on a top 3 receiver or 4 receiver before I take Taylor. They got him like 6th, bro, or 7th or something like that.
If you want to go, if you want to feel like warm and fuzzy, you want to feel safe. Again, I would say Derrick Henry. If not EDN finished what, 3rd overall last year, but 3rd running back.
And he'll be there on the turn. So like if you're starting, so if you were towards the end, I know we're going to talk about this in a second. We're going to kind of break down pick to pick how we would go. I mean, if you're starting your draft out with like Ama and Derrick Henry, bro, that's money, bro. Like, or like even EDN. So if you went wide receiver first, I mean, if you went receiver first and then a running back heading into the second, that's where Taylor should be anyhow. He shouldn't be in where he is now. The next one, this is, man, they got him high as well, man. We're gonna Jamar Chase here, real quick. Now, I just have to say this, Bruno. I drafted him 2nd overall last year. Thanks a lot, Chase. Bro, he killed me, bro. So they had him as a consensus number 2 as JJ, right? Justin Jefferson, both busted, the 1 and 2, right? And so that's what I'm talking about. So they have McCaffrey 1, you have Taylor. People what we're trying to figure out is who do we think those busts are going to be? There's going to be landmines, like you said. So what's your take on Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase, he's not practicing. Burrow was hurt last year. So what's the last time they actually played together? Every time, I think anytime a wide receiver holds out, even running backs, they get injured like at a 70-something% clip. Yeah. So he's going to come back. They're not going to give him the contract he wants. Cincinnati's already said he's got 2 years left on that deal. So they're not just going to rip up the deal and give him this crazy pay raise. Again, they'll negotiate it at some point. But if he's not willing to talk or he's not willing to budge from that, then Cincinnati has a bunch of other issues going on. I just don't see how they're going to agree. But again, even if they do agree, you're not 100% on Burrow yet. Even his injury still, he's not 100%. But coming back, Jamar Chase, I see a hamstring. I see it again. He had that hip injury that kept him out for like 4 to 5 weeks the year before. I don't know. It's just too many red flags.
Bro, he doesn't even look at the picture. That's how he's gonna play, bro. He's not gonna be happy, bro. If he doesn't get his bag, I have a feeling that he's gonna be upset. CeeDee Lamb might be there too, but obviously I would take CeeDee over Jamar. I'd take Ama over the Jamar. Just talking to anyone who's out there drafting, and they got take AJ Brown over Jamar.
I think that's gonna be safer. At least you know what you get.
You're safer that way. You're right. So AJ Brown has proven. Ama has proven every year he's played. He's right up there. Chase has had it, and Justin Jefferson as well. I would take Justin Jefferson, I believe, over Chase this year, I think, too. I know he's got Sam Darnold over there, so people are kind of off, But listen, man, Addison's probably going to do some suspension time for that. Bruno, he fell asleep in the intersection.
Hey, but those 50-50 balls that they throw to Jefferson.
Well, it's Bruno. It's Fitzmagic's illegitimate son, Sam Darnold.
So Darnold's just going to chuck it up, and Jefferson's going to catch it more often.
Well, he doesn't. He's going to get the targets, right? So that's what we talk about. Like, I want a receiver that's going to get 8-10 targets a game. I'll live with that. If he doesn't score, I'm okay with that. Rather than a receiver that might get 3 or 4, who's a number 2 option or whatever. JJ is the clear number 1 option over there, especially with Addison probably missing some time. You got Sam Darnold cracking a 12-pack in halftime. carrying out a beer in his back pocket, chugging one in the freaking huddle. JJ, catch it, JJ, catch it. He's just slinging it, bro. So I think I would take JJ over Chase too as well.
I just don't.
Yeah,
think
just be aware, buyer, be aware of Jamar Chase, right?
I just don't think he's gonna play. If he get, like I said, if he plays, he's not gonna be happy.
All right.
Again,
So there's a
it's just too many red flags, too many questions.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So next, the next person, I know he's not in the first round. So I kind of cleared up a first round. CMC is not going number one. I'm not taking him number one. I feel comfortable around the 9th hole with CMC just because of what we've seen. Jonathan Taylor, you're out on completely in the first round. I kind of agree with you right there. Jamar Chase, be cautious with Jamar, as the first round landmine as well. And then we're going to add to
draft him first 5 picks the way he's been going.
Well, they have him. They literally have him in the first 5, Bruno.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
No. All right. Let's get into this. So, and I know he's not a first round pick, but he's probably late second, right? So Devontae Adams. Okay, let's get this clear. So I'm just bringing this out there. I'm not drafting Devontae Adams, and a couple reasons, Bruno. First reason, he's a Raider. Second reason, he's a Raider. Third reason, he's a Raider. Now I like Adams, the player. Hey Adams, hey, we love you, bro. Just not on the Raiders. When you were in Green Bay, money, right? Since he's been to the Raiders, he's been flat out just not putting up anything as far as, can you trust him? Bruno, like you said, you were playing against him in playoffs, and if he scores 10 points, you lose. He only had 1 point.
Yeah, 1.4 points. That's what he had.
1.4 points.
One catch for 4 yards against
for your number 1 or number 2 receiver. Bruno, you ain't winning any ship with that. So you have to be aware when you're drafting. Listen.
God bless Devontae Adams that helped me, that was sitting shotgun as I rode off with the championship last year.
Exactly. But you know what's funny? You either get screwed by the Raiders or you play against it. It just never ends well, bro. So I'm staying away from Adams totally in his draft. This is not even my radar, bro. He's a Raider. As a matter of fact,
what? Yeah, real quick. Do you know why I played it right? Because I went against Devontae Adams, and the guy that I beat in the ship, I told him to pick up White from the Raiders. So,
oh yeah, he did. That's right. And listen, people are high on White too. He might have an okay year. I don't know, Bruno, but I won't know because I'm not drafting him.
So
it's not happening. He's a Raider, Bruno.
I stuck my opponents with the 2 Raiders and I rode off with the champion.
So okay, can you imagine that? Like starting 2, bro. I won't even draft the kicker, bro. I'm not playing a Raider. If he's on my team, even on my bench, Bruno, it's bad luck. It's bad luck. That's our first round bust and landmines to avoid. All right, so anyways, man, that's what we got, man. Just watch out for the landmines. I feel comfortable taking CMC number 9, Bruno.
Just for the landmines, just watch out for Chase, watch out for Taylor, watch out for and just be safe. You can't bomb your first round, and just remember every single year you have those busts, and so we're helping you, we're saving you by eliminating 2 people off your draft board, Jamar Chase and Taylor.
No, absolutely. Jamar. So you have Jamar CMC's number 9. I'm dropping him way down to number 9. I'm not drafting him number 1. If you have the number 1 pick, do not draft him, man. You're gonna your arm will blow off, bro. Your leg. I'm Adams all the way through. Justin Taylor, CMC, and Chase, and be aware, man. So that's our first round landmines that we want to avoid. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, so we can start doing this daily. And that's it, Bruno. You got anything else, Bruno? Landmines. Watch out. Here we go. All right, man. We out. Peace.